Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today we're discussing a Rolex Certified Pre-Owned Oyster Perpetual Air-King. Now this is the second generation of the big Air-King and the second generation of the so-called SSC dial. So, of course, the Bloodhound supersonic car instruments designed by Rolex for a supersonic car project that never quite got off the ground that lent its aesthetic to the 2016 40mm Air-King. That was the 116900. This, the 2022 update, is the 126900, and it features many refinements over the original 116. Still 40mm in diameter. You can see that in profile it is a much thinner watch, whereas previously the model shared its soft iron inner cage with the Mittelgauss. This one dispenses with that encumbrance, allowing it to be much thinner than before. This is 11.8 millimeters thick, whereas the original 116900 was 13.2, so a huge upgrade in that regard. And with the niobium zirconium anti-magnetic hairspring, really not much of a step back in anti-magnetic qualities either. From lug tip to lug tip, the case alone measures 47.4 millimeters, and then if we add the end links of the solid end link oyster bracelet, it is 51.3 millimeters across the wrist with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. I will now briefly remove my gloves so you can see my wrist, because what is a wrist shot without a wrist? Thrown it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters circumference. You can see it fits nicely. Very comfortable, very flat. It does feel like a different watch because it's considerably thinner than it was in the past. As a result, it fits far better underneath the cuff. I would even argue that it does help a little bit if your wrist is borderline sized for the watch. And I would say that on this bracelet, you could wear this watch well on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference, maybe 14 if your wrist is very flat across the top as opposed to round again. Mine is 16 over the top. Here's your cuff shot. It'll wear easily underneath a sleeve or a cuff. Now the watch is a fascinating aesthetic, and it's been balanced in some ways to amount to a refinement of the 2016 original without altering the essential aesthetic that was broadly well received. So you can see some of these changes include changes to the proportions of the links of the bracelet, the thinner case, the addition of crown guards, the replacement of numeral 5 at 1 o'clock with a 05 because it better fit the 55 of the opposite corner of the dial. So from 11 through 1, we now have 55, the index, and 05. Just small aesthetic changes. And of course, the arrival of a 70-hour movement on the inside. You can see it's all 904L stainless steel. That's Rolex's high nickel content steel that they call oyster steel. And it is particularly resistant to corrosion to the extent that you don't even need to rinse it after sea salt exposure that would eventually rust 316 steel. We have a conforming end link to make the bracelet cleanly to the case, and then the links are satinated on the top. They taper down towards the clasp. You can see removable links are fixed in place using screws, and that we have a clasp with a double locking action. You can see a lift lock system with a beak and a hook. This is the first lock. This is the second lock. Both of those will keep the bracelet closed. Like, the bracelet will not fly open in this capacity. You still have to lift and unlock. So it is more sophisticated than it appears to be at first glance. You can see internally it's polished. And then we have here the Easy Link system, which is a snap-in, snap-out tool-free adjustment that allows you to add or remove about 5 millimeters. And then we have 3 pairs of divots inside the clasp, and you can use your strap tool to dismount the spring bar and change the anchoring point of the bracelet to fine-tune the fit. Rolling around to the case, you can see we've got an oyster screwed in case back. The crown is still a twin lock, but now with a crown guard profile. It's 100 meters, water resistant. We have a conical bezel. We have a flat crystal. The dial, a beautiful lush black lacquer. If you look carefully, you can see that it's actually an Explorer type dial, to use the Rolex nomenclature, for a dial with tri-Arabic numerals at 3, 6, and 9, and you'll note that those numerals are luminescent. So we have white gold hands as well as index and tri-Arabic numerals. Those elements will never oxidize or tarnish. We have the original 1957 Air-King font on the dial, and of course the color of Rolex, white, green, yellow, and the font used on the numerals, that for the Bloodhound SSC cars instruments. So that's where this design comes from. Take a look in the dark. It's actually quite well lumed, easy to read. You can spot the four corners in a blink, and of course a luminescent seconds hand lets you know that the watch is running. This is also Rolex's exceptionally long-lived Chromolite lume. If it's well loomed, when the sun goes down, it will still be glowing just before first light. Inside the case, a new generation movement compared to the 2016 model. Caliber 3230, 31 joules, 4 hertz, bidirectional automatic winding. The rotor now on a ball bearing rather than the old jeweled staff. 70-hour power reserve, hacking seconds so you can set it precisely. Free sprung balance and a full balance bridge to make it robustly shock tolerant, and overcoil hairspring with a Breguet curve so that in any position on your wrist or your dresser at night, it keeps very consistent time. And that hairspring, as I mentioned earlier, is a blue oxidized niobium zirconium alloy Rolex calls Parachrome Bleu that endows this watch with a huge amount of anti-magnetic potential despite losing its Milgauss style soft iron cage internally. It is a movement which is going to meet the COSC standards as a bare movement, because that is how the COSC chronometer certificate is applied, but then the movement is cased up and tested in 6 positions, not 5, to meet Rolex's superlative chronometer standard, which is no worse than -2 + 2 seconds per 24 hours, and this watch is a superlative chronometer in name and in fact. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details. Rolex Certified Pre-Owned watches are backed and authenticated by Rolex. Should any reconditioning be necessary, it will be to a Rolex Certified standard, and any parts invested Rolex Factory Original. Should the initial retail box, paper, and accessory set still accompany the watch, it will be included with the sale. But no matter what, a Certified Pre-Owned box and paper set starts with an outer box, a leatherette travel pouch with suede lining, a warranty card that embodies the 2-year globally valid Rolex-backed warranty. Note, this is not a retail warranty, but backed by Rolex and actionable at any of its authorized points of sales and service. A leatherette wallet includes the warranty terms and conditions manual. A holographic hang tag marks this as a certified pre-owned Rolex watch, and a manual details Rolex's values as a company, the certified pre-owned program, care, feeding, service, and use of your Rolex, locations of points of sales and service, and details of Rolex.com. Rolex certified pre-owned watches are backed only by Rolex.